Hello.
Welcome back to Spirit Speaks, and we're doing something a little bit different, and my mom has no idea what's going on.
I certainly don't.
I just told her, let's record something this morning, and I had a little something kind of prepared. And so, as we're recording this, she'll be finding out what's happening as well. So this
Along
is
with you.
Along with you. So
Okay.
the background is this morning, we're driving to school. I'm taking my kids to school, and I have a 15-year-old and a 6-year-old now. He's 6 and not even a month. And my daughter and I started talking about something related to spirituality. And he said something, chimed in, and we were talking a little bit more about that. Well, she gets out the car and the conversation continues. And it's probably been going on for about 5 minutes. And I'm finally able, at a red light or something, to get my phone out and hit record. Because it was very interesting.
Okay, so how's the conversation continuing if she gets out of the car?
Because Casey and I
Okay.
are talking still. Yes.
Okay.
So
All right.
the conversation continues with my son.
Okay.
And I've tried to keep them aware of spirituality, but not force things on them. Let them come to their own conclusions, understand how to protect themselves, which I think is important, and how I do that, but have them experience it in their own way and come to some of their own truths and realizations. So
Okay.
they know that we do this channel, but they've never watched the video. They don't know what we really do. And so it was really interesting to have this conversation with my 6-year-old. And so I'm going to play it, and you all will be able to hear it. So I recorded it on my phone, and so you all are going to hear what I recorded just this morning. And then it's about 7 minutes. And I thought it was fascinating. And I'd love to see what you all think from a 6-year-old's perspective, because I was a little bit surprised that this was coming out of him.
I'm not.
You haven't even heard it. She's not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Well, yeah, it was just like, oh. And if you just saw the tail, that's Tango. He'll mention Tango in the recording. So Tango is here walking around, but one of the things that started...
And Tangle is the cat.
Yes, Tango is the cat. That prompted some of the conversation is his mentioning the other day of seeing Tango's spirit as an orb. So we'll go ahead and play this and let you all hear it and let Mom hear it, and then see what you all think in the comments. And we'll probably have just a little bit of discussion afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. So as I said, it's about 7 minutes. I want to make sure you all get to hear. Can you get that one for me?
Okay.
Because we are not so high tech, I'm also recording this on my other phone so that we can create a video from it. So here we go.
It looks kind of black and red and blue. The orb does? If it's a danger orb that belongs to your person that burgles, it's usually a black, dark colors. It's usually just dark colors. It's dark because it's kind of a danger thing. Usually dark colors are dangerous. Danger. When you see them in the orb, they're usually dangerous. Well, and the weird thing is, you can't touch the
Oh, wait a minute.
You've tried?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I've tried. You can't touch it. The hand would just go right through.
Ah.
He's
You
curious.
just have to, but you can touch it with your mind. You can touch it with your mind.
You tried that?
Yeah.
What happens when you try touching it with your mind?
Sometimes it'll float higher.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to do? Or are you trying to do something else?
Well, I've only done it with my mind, but with your mind, it's much easier because you can just use your mind and then use your hands to make it go where you want it to go. The spirit.
Oh.
But it's kind of complicated if you can't see the spirits. It's pretty complicated.
So you only do it when you can actually see them.
Yeah. Well, you can do it either way, but to see the spirits, I actually have to use my mind
Okay.
to see the spirits. And then I can stop using my mind because it just starts on its own, so I can just do other stuff with the spirits.
But what do you do if it feels like it's not a good spirit?
Oh, I use my mind to throw it out of the house. If it's even in the house. If it's not in the house, what? Don't do that.
You're driving.
So you would use your mind to throw it out of the house?
Yes. But I have to use my hands to throw it out of the house. Because the hands is like the steering wheel for the orb when you use your mind to steer the orb.
That's how you do it?
Yeah. But this is the most complicated way is to just use your mind to control it. You have to imagine you're driving in a car. It has to be the same color as the orb, which is kind of hard.
Oh.
It has to be the same color as the orb.
So you imagine that you're driving in the car that's the same color as the orb.
You have to drive it all the way till it gets out of the house. If it's a bad orb.
Okay.
If it's a good orb, then I don't think you're gonna have to use the mind powers and stuff like that. Because good orbs won't attack you very much.
Why do you say very much?
Because Tanga, he might attack you.
The cat, even in spirit, he sometimes nips at you.
Well, he tries to attack you, but he can't. He can't. Because he's an orb, a spirit. He can't touch you. So he can't hurt you, can't do anything to you. But human spirits have an evolution stage.
What?
Yes.
Tell me. An evolution stage.
So, it's kind of like a Pokemon. So, say, Clefairy evolves into another Pokemon that's stronger than Clefairy. And
That was stronger
that's
than.
the same as human spirits. Human spirits, they have an evolution stage. So when they're circle orb, they evolve into a tiny human orb. And after the tiny human, it's a regular it's your body size human orb.
Really?
Yeah, your body size. So once it gets to the mega evolution stage, of your as big as you. Yeah.
Why does it go through that evolution?
That I haven't learned yet.
You haven't learned yet? Where are you learning this from?
Well, I learned it from looking at the spirits, because the spirits actually teach you something, so I learned it from looking at them.
Oh.
How would I know all this if I didn't learn it?
Yeah, how would you know all this if you didn't learn it?
So, hi Taylor.
We are at school,
Of course he didn't hear me though.
No, because we're in the car. But that was very interesting. I would love to talk to you more about that.
Well, well, I just learned something.
Isn't that
The evolution of the spirit.
And I wanted to be able to get more into that, but clearly we had arrived at school and it was time for him to go in, because I wanted to. He said he hadn't learned some more things about that yet, but it was
When has he been learning this?
when he's talking to these spirits and he's it's like, when is this happening? But I thought it was really fascinating and interesting
Yeah.
that, he's just in the back seat.
And he doesn't talk about it at home, so you wouldn't think. I think the first thing I heard is when you said he saw the cat spirit.
Yeah.
Racing him up the stairs. Our cat likes to race us when we go down or up the stairs.
Yes. And he has to win.
He has to get there first. Yeah, he has to beat us. And so, we're in this constant race trying to beat the cat up the stairs or down the stairs. And Casey said Tango's spirit cat
Right.
was racing him up the stairs, and he finally beat him up the stairs because he stopped to
Scratch or lick
himself or something.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
That made me say, curious.
yeah,
Curious.
yeah.
So I wanted to share that, and I wanted to
It's very interesting.
share it live with Mom.
I wish I could have been questioning him, because I had a lot more questions running through my mind as he's saying this that I would have asked.
But I didn't want to interrupt his flow,
Well, true.
because I felt like he was receiving. I feel like he might have been doing some channeling at that moment. Very calm, because our kids are so open. I didn't want to break his thing, his moment, because what he shared I thought was very, very interesting. And I want to do another casual conversation with him, because I'm curious what else he's learning.
And what he's seeing, because he said he sees the dark orbs.
Well, before we started, so we had talked for several minutes before I had a chance to actually get this out, because you could tell we were kind of mid-sentence when I hit record. He talked about the orbs, and then first I was trying to understand, when you see an orb, are you seeing a person? Do you see colors? And he said, yeah, I see colors. Sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's red, sometimes it's blue, purple. And so I realized then he's probably seeing auras, the person's, auric field, which is why later when he talks about seeing the blacks and the darker colors, that's also the auric field. So he was talking about how he sees that, and how they will come, but usually he only sees them from people who are close to him physically.
So he's saying, okay, so I didn't understand, I didn't get that part.
Mm-hmm.
He was seeing that when he sees people, orbs around people.
Yes.
So, okay,
Yeah.
then, yeah, that would be
So before
the
we
auric
started,
field.
yeah, we were seeing, before we started talking on the tape, we were talking
About seeing,
well, he was talking about how he saw Tango, and how he could see those close to him. And I wanted to make sure I was understanding physically close or family and friends close. And he said near him. So people who are near him. So he's actually seeing the auric field of living people. But based on his later, what he says later, I believe he's also seeing spiritual orbs, those disconnected from a human person, because he's learning things from them.
He said he's learning. So I don't know if that was channel. I think that was already known.
That he says, I haven't learned that yet.
So it was all...
He already knew that part.
Yeah, he knew that part.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Wow.
Yeah. So, would love to know what you all think of a 6-year-old's perspective on this from mouths of babes.
I know. And the evolution of the spirit starts as an orb, and then it's a little person.
Yeah.
And then it grows to be a big person like us.
Yeah. That was interesting. I really wanted to ask him about that, but he hadn't learned it yet. And then we got to school.
It's too bad you couldn't like drive past the school. And,
then he would have been late. So, but I thought it was very interesting. Wanted to share that with you, and we're going to get this video up soon because I thought it was so interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. Huh.
So, it's a special, different kind of video for us. But
we might have an interview with him.
Yeah, he may have to be off screen because I'm really protective. But
yeah, but
yeah, it's very, very interesting. All right.
Okay.
So that's it for right now. Again, we're Spirit Speaks. Rebecca, Bernette, thanks for joining us and tuning into this video, and we hope to catch you next time on our next one.
Right.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Please.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.